You can't handle the truth.
What a gift, don't you think, from Mr. Wallace to the world?
Well, it's nice to see you too.
Obi-Wan, we meet again at last.
Eddie, is there anything you can't do?
Hello, I'm Tyler Smith, and thank you for watching Rediscover Movies. Today we're going to be talking about Joe Wright's Cyrano. So I'd say I'm mostly a fan of Joe Wright. He can be a little bit hit or miss with me. He burst onto the scene with the 2005 Pride and Prejudice, which is wonderful. He directed a tremendous adaptation of Anna Karenina and has put together some other pretty solid movies like Hannah and Darkest Hour. And the 2007 film Atonement is beloved by some, but not by me. And he is responsible for the mostly horrible 2015 film Pan. So when I heard that he was going to be adapting the very famous play Cyrano de Bergerac, I was optimistic but cautious. The original play is about a warrior poet who has an abnormally large nose, and because of this, he's positive that the woman that he loves could never love him. In this adaptation, Cyrano doesn't have a big nose, but is a little person, played by Peter Dinklage. But the other character traits are the same. And instead of a straightforward adaptation, this film is in fact a musical, which I did not know going in. After a scene of dialogue, when the characters start singing, I thought, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this now. All right, that's fine. And the final result is, in my opinion, a masterpiece. Joe Wright's Cyrano is everything that I love about film. It is visually beautiful with lavish period costumes and sets gorgeously photographed. The choreography, whether it be of fighting or dancing, is so perfectly realized that it seems like the most natural thing in the world. I love the music and found many of the songs to be so organic and human that I couldn't help but be swept up in them. Then, of course, there's the acting. The cast is uniformly good, but this is Peter Dinklage's film. I've been a fan of his for a long time. I think I first saw him in Tom McCarthy's The Station Agent, which is a great movie. I highly recommend it. And since then, he certainly has gotten more popular in Game of Thrones, for example, but he's shown that he can do a lot of things. He can do comedy. He was on 30 Rock. He was in the movie Death at a Funeral. And his performance as Cyrano is heartbreaking, inspiring, funny, and just so engaging. It would be easy to play this character as just self-pitying or entitled, and he does include those elements, but he doesn't reduce the character at all. It is a fully lived-in performance. Every moment feels very immediate, feels very present. This is, in my opinion, Peter Dinklage's best performance. While I was watching this movie, I was torn. On one hand, I never wanted the movie to end because I just so loved being a part of this world, and I felt like I was in very good hands with Joe Wright. On the other hand, I couldn't wait for the film to end because I immediately wanted to rush out and tell everybody that I knew how wonderful it was. That's how much I love this movie. It's romantic and tragic and exciting and inspiring and everything else that a film can be. But because the film is more niche, it's getting a slow rollout. So be on the lookout for when it comes to your city, and then go see it immediately. In the meantime, you can check out the 1950 adaptation of the play by Michael Gordon starring Jose Ferrer. It's a more straightforward adaptation, but still an enjoyable one. And Jose Ferrer as Cyrano delivers a rousing performance, which actually won him the Best Actor Oscar that year. It's a good old-fashioned Hollywood swashbuckler that is a lot of fun to watch, and it's available right here on Rediscover Television. So be on the lookout for Joe Wright's Cyrano and see it as soon as you can. You'll be glad you did. Thank you so much for watching. We'll get you next time.